Hello, and it's the Warpforge with another Doctrina Imperatives video. So, I think this is episode 3, isn't it? Aye, episode 3. So, as you can see, I kept my word. I said I had another Dunecrawler, and I've managed to build it today. So, I've got a squadron of 3 anti-air Dunecrawlers. One thing I have to say is I love these models. These models are gorgeous. I can't express how nice these models are. Admittedly, mine are a bit bare because I didn't bother putting on the plates on these. Instead, I shaved them off because I'm a lazy tosser. I'll admit, I'm just lazy and I just decided to cut it all off. So, cut it all off, filed it off, it was less hassle, and I can guarantee it's going to be less hassle on the painting side. You just paint it metal, put a sepia wash over it. It's all rusted, dark, mechanically, and all that. Once again, as I said, it's all Night Lords affiliated, so I got some Night Lords etched brass and plastered it all over for their allegiance. And I mean, one of the things I went away with was when I fought a friend against his Tyranids with these, he said they need to look a bit more chaosy, as in like maybe a bit more spikes. Maybe not as much mutation because these are still trying to stick to a theme of Night Lords, but maybe some more spikes, and they always did spikes, so I can't really blame them for that. So I did that. I went back to the drawing board, decorate them with spikes, and what you see is what you get now. Another thing of note, I did just end up gluing the guns together because I'm lazy, and I just figured the strength 10 cannon's nice, but I've got other things that do a lot of stuff as well, and I like the model that much. I want to get 3 more 4 death cannons. In addition, if I get 3 more, it means I get 3 more weapon options of these. But what I plan to do with these is, with these cannon bits, as in these bits that flip open. Please tell me this one flips open. Yep. I was just going to build the whole thing, close it off, then add another weapon on. So what I was thinking on doing was have another 3 with death cannons, but then get 3 defilers, stick them on their own bases, and then apply all the other weapons that I've got on each defiler. So I could then, like, back in the day, between 4th edition, 5th edition, where it was Apocalypse, they had this data sheet for the Brass Scorpion of Khorne, which didn't have a model back then, but it was basically a converted defiler, where you had, instead of the torso being on top, it was in front. So what, and with like the giant cannon, like, well, curving over the back. And what I'm thinking about doing is trying to recreate something like that, or maybe just get a defiler, build it normally, but instead of putting any weapons on it, I just slap all the AdMech stuff on, and that could make potentially a very good model for anything alternate, really. As long as I specify to my opponent which guns are actually used in this game before the game begins, or at least like during deployment before turn 1, and I've got it written down in a list, I should be fine, really. I mean, everyone's quite forgiving down at my area, so for proxies or weapon options and conversions, so I'm quite happy with how all this turned out. So I'm going to try and do that instead, because I love these models. They're gorgeous. I mean, I'm repeating myself over and over again, but had a way, man. I think I'll just go into one by one of them and specify a few bits of what I did and a little bit of what I did different as well. So we'll do that. Okay, so a few things that are a bit unique about this, instead of just slapping all the spikes on, is it's recently come to my attention, really, that I'm running low on spikes. The inevitable has happened. A Chaos player is low on spikes. So we have to get resourceful and start using cocktail sticks like this. And I think I will be doing that for a little bit, and especially with like heads and stuff, I'll just drill a hole straight through a head and just lodge it in, really. And if it's a tight enough fit, it won't need glue. If it isn't, then it'll just need a bit of thin super glue, just a little bit, because that stuff is runny. I mean, I accidentally picked up me thin super glue instead of me thick. I was going to squeeze as hard as I can, but I tipped it upside down because me thick glue's on very low amounts now, so I'm going to have to get some more thick super glue somewhere. I'm thinking about getting Gorilla's super glue, because they've just started advertising here, and if America can't be wrong about it, and it's selling really well enough to get overseas over here, then may as well give it some fair share of trying out. So anyway, I was pouring it, I accidentally tipped it over, not realising it was my thin, and it went over my middle digit, and the super glue is dried up in between my nail and my digit. So I'm literally like, it looks like I'm biting my nails, but I'm trying to just get all the super glue off as it's dried up. It's really annoying as well. You can just feel the gap, and it dried in the gap, and you're like, slowly, just peel it off slowly, don't want to go too far, you know what I mean? So anyway, a few different things I got creative about spikes was this one here. This was from the corn icon from the Chaos Marine Infantry kit, and I basically cut off the rest of it, stuck it onto the side, and it doesn't look too bad, you know. Another one of note is the spikes here. As you can see, this was from also the same corn icon from the Chaos Marine Infantry kit. I filed off the little hatch. I filed off all the bolts, all the rivets, at the back of the Dunecrawler, and then cut it off, and then cut off the sigil with the craft knife. No, not craft knife. A hobby saw like this. One of these saws. Perfect cut, filing down, cleaned it up, glued it on thick super glue, and that was that. I know people are saying why not use plastic glue, because my plastic glue is dried out and nobody sells it in the middle of Washington. Nobody sells plastic glue, unfortunately, so it's just back to the super glue. As you can notice, these little fins here for the the node or the sensors, whatever, are both from the Warp Talon Raptor kit. And basically, I had a shit ton of these and thought, you know what, it might give it a little bit more flavour. Obviously, gargoyles and the Night Lord's Etched Brass. The Night Lord's Etched Brass and a smoke launcher from up here, because why not? It looked alright for me. Just adding more detail for the sake of detail. And the one thing I have noticed for myself, and I was a bit lazy on this, was I haven't added any of the wires underneath. But that's because you're looking at the body so much, you don't really tend to notice anything underneath. So I just thought, well, is there a point? I mean, I'm not going to be paint. Well, I am going to try and paint as much as I can underneath so that it doesn't look out of place. But most people are just going to pick it up. They're going to go, nice model, look at it from the front, from the sides, from the top. And that's it, really. You know what I mean? So, kind of just went, yeah. So we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so the next one. This bit is an interesting bit because this isn't actually Chaos at all. This is an Orc bit from the Mega Knobs kit, and I just slammed it on, and it was just a plush fit, especially with the wire on the side here. Just a plush fit, done. The rest are just from the tank accessories from Predators and various Rhinos and stuff like that. This was just like a small bit. The old bit on that this spike is stuck onto was literally just from the Dunecrawler kit. I just decided, you know what, that's a nice enough fit. File it, clean it up, stick it down, have that on top, done. Nope, not this one, but obviously hook again from the Vindicator, tank accessories, and again Night Lord's Etched Brass. Again, I'm a bit lazy, I didn't really put anything underneath this one. My last one I did because it was my first attempt. My last one I'm going to show you is. So, also this one can only throw down the hatch down there because there's a massive gap, as you can see. I lost as I was building, I was just filing, cleaning up the little hatch thing that made it go up and down, and it fell out my fingers and I couldn't find it. So it's probably in some vacuum right now or in some landfill site right now, so I just decided, you know what, I'll just glue it in. It won't look out of place, and it won't look out of place when that draws down. So I can either leave it in or out. And so we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so again, this is literally this is the first one I ever built. Obviously it goes up and down and has all its rockets and stuff because everyone likes moving parts. It's got its Cognis manipulators, it's got its Night Lords, Etched Brass for Night Lords. Spikes again are all from the tank accessories. The only thing different with this one is I got this saw again, and I love this hobby saw. Sawed off the engine exhaust and replaced them with the Chaos Gargoyles from the tank accessory kit. I think it looks nice. And that's again, I usually call them the Dirge Casters. I know that's a recent equipment that's been added to the latest chaos, and that specific decorative item has been out longer than the war gear, but I usually call it Dirge Caster, just for ease of reference. Not going to use it as a Dirge Caster, obviously, in game, but it just looks nice for a bit more decoration. And obviously, I didn't glue this leg down because, well, I did, but then it broke off the base, but it doesn't move away from the model, so I thought, what harm is it going to do, really? So yeah, that's it, really. That's the first one I built, and I'm quite happy with it. So we'll return back to the 3. As you can see, the Master of Mechanisms at work at the back there. All the trash and stuff, which I'm hoping to use as a bit of terrain for like trash terrain, and I hope to do a few tutorials on it as well. Inspired by our lovely Commissar Ganzer himself. So anyway, so here's all 3. I'm quite happy with it. A lot of people might ask us, why didn't I go for the Death Cannon, that Strength 10 AB2 small blast? And the answer is basically is because in my area there's a shed ton of flyers. There is flyers left, right and centre. Any game I'm in, there's flying monsters, creatures, or there's a flyer. And it ranges from Storm Ravens to Flyrunts to even just Necron croissants, whatever they're called. I can't remember off the top of my head now. But you know the croissant ones, the ones that you can eat and like have French accent and all that. So I decided, you know what, I need secure anti-air, and this is some of the best anti-air you can get in the game, in my opinion. I mean, come on. It has 3 variants of weapon. One of them's Interceptor. Because of the FAQ and effect, you can fire the other thing as normal in the following phase. It's just that you can't really fire in after you've used Interceptor. And it's an all-round good unit against skimmers, and there are a lot of Eldar and Dark Eldar players in my area. So I just decided, you know what, it's going to be good against a lot of skimmers for Eldar. It's going to be good against anti-air. It's a shed ton of points, but I think it's points well invested in, considering the fact that you also get synergetic buffs with the maximum number you get. For example, they've got like a 6 up or 5 up invuln save. When they're within 4 inches of each other within a squadron, that gets buffed to a maximum of 4 up. I'm not sure if you can buff it from other separate units, but as far as I know, just the unit itself can buff it to a 4 up invuln save. So having a 4 up invulnerable save is not bad at all. Especially when you've got like the Cognitus Manipulators on, where if you do get charged and you do lose the invulnerable save because it's only against shooting attacks, you've still got about like 2, possibly potentially 3, I think, Strength 10 AP2 close combat attacks. For a walker, it's not bad, especially when it's 12 all round or 11 all round. It's not that bad. You just either put it in the middle of the board or you put it in the corner. And you can manipulate your opponent to move away from that corner so you can get that provides cover and fire for your troops to get on objectives and potentially claim a quarter to half of a board. Or you can have it in the middle. From experience, when I've used 2 of them before in the past, push them up, and no matter where your opponent goes, they're going to get shot up. Especially if you've got a warlord that flies. It's going to get shot up. It's going to get grounded. And then the Skitarii go and clear it up with the Vanguard, just radding up the place with the rad weapons, which are still to this day, I'm a firm believer that was inspired straight from Fallout. It probably was back in 2nd edition where they had AdMech before in 2nd edition. I wouldn't know, but rad weapons just sounds like they ripped the name straight from a Fallout game and just plastered it into 40k. Failing the rad weapons, of course, you've also got the single-shot precision weapons, the galvanic rifles, which are always good to have. It's a nice solid bullet. AP4, strength 4, can't go too much wrong with it. Nice even mid-range to the middle of the board, once you include deployment size as well. Not bad at all. So, I think that's where we're going to end it. Thanks for watching. As a proud member of the Legion of Gamza, please check out their Facebook page in the link below. This is the Warpforge. If you liked what you see, please subscribe. If you want to see more, please subscribe, especially more videos on these. If you want to see... Well, if you liked what you saw, and you really liked it, for maybe its uniqueness, because not many people do Night Lords affiliated Dark Mechanicum for 40k at AdMech, then please give this video a like, and if you think it's cool enough, please share it around with your friends. If there's anything you want to talk about and you're happy to talk about it, please leave a comments in the comment section below. I love talking to you guys and gals out there, all my heretics. So thank you for watching. This is the Warp Forge signing out, and remember, keep on forging.